What's up, gym class? It's Marcus. I can't come here today and really be as inspiring as I want to today. I'm going to save you the rendition, the rundown of what I do. Today I didn't come to be the inspirational speaker. Today I came as Marcus. Today I came as me right now because there's something that has happened in my city here where I live in St. Petersburg, Florida. And there's been a news story running on the news. It's probably been running national now. And I've seen this story and it really brought me to tears because, as y'all know, I'm an advocate for youth, okay? I advocate on behalf of youth. And this message today is just basically, I'm talking to the parents out there. I'm talking to the guardians out there. I'm talking to the people the foster parents. I'm talking to the people who have children in their care. And I want y'all to understand something, that what happened on the news was a little girl by the name of Phoebe Jonchuck. Her dad, her father, I don't even want to call him her father. I've struggled to even say that. I guess her sperm donor is what I'll call him. He's just a sperm donor. But this guy, this monster, this is the guy you have nightmares about your children being around. This is the guy you have dreams that you don't want your children to be around. This guy, I don't even want to mention his name. If you want to know his name, follow the story about the little girl I'll tell you about here. But the monster took his 5-year-old daughter and took her to the Skyway Bridge here in St. Pete where we live. The Skyway Bridge is at the top of its peak from the street level is a 200-foot drop from the bridge to the water. Now, he didn't take her to the 200-foot peak of the bridge. He took her just beyond the Skyway at the foot of the bridge, basically, and threw his daughter, took his daughter out of her car, 5-year-old daughter, and threw her over the bridge. Now, they say that was a 62-foot drop, but that's, for a 5-year-old girl, the impact is the same as a 200-foot drop to me. I might survive a 62-foot drop, but not a 5-year-old girl. And the thing about it is, parents, I really want you to be careful of where you send your children, who your children are in the care of. I want you to really be aware of who your kids are around. Because we as parents, our children, small, innocent, defenseless, helpless people, young people, they look up to us. They seek us as their protection. They know no harm. They know no harm until you show it. All they know is love and carefree. And it's only until you show them harm and abuse that they come to find out what it is. And I'm saying to you, parents, guardians, foster parents, anybody that has children, be careful of know where your kids are at. Be careful of who you leave your kids in the hands of. Because the guy was a lunatic, psychomaniac, crazy person. And the thing about this is that the signs were there. The signs were there. And there's a saying, y'all heard it before, where there's smoke, there is fire. And the smoke was there. He clearly showed the signs when he went to his lawyer and told his lawyer that she was God. His divorce lawyer. He told his divorce lawyer she was God. And he asked his divorce lawyer, could she come to his church with him and baptize him? And she told him no. And she thought he was a little crazy, deranged. And he told his lawyer, don't worry about filing the divorce anymore. It won't be needed. And she knew something was wrong. She called the police and said the man is crazy. He's out of his mind. But the police didn't act. His roommate saw the signs when he started texting her crazy text messages that he never texted her ever before. He was just losing his mind. and he started texting his roommate crazy text messages. His roommate came out and said he used to lock his daughter in her room almost for the whole day sometimes. And the signs were there, but she done nothing about it. And there was somebody that knew him, the crazy man, saw him driving around the whole day in his pajamas, just acting crazy. And they called DCF when they saw it. They called DCF. And DCF did nothing about it. And then he went to his dad's house. His dad saw the signs. His dad knew something was wrong with his son. But his dad still ended up going to sleep on it. And woke up and found out what happened by the news. And only all these people wishing they had done something when they saw the signs. And I'm telling you that you got to evaluate people. You got to become a people watcher, become a person watcher, become aware of who the people you are taking your children around. Some people take their children to church and don't even know the youth pastor's name or the pastor's name. Some people drop their children off to daycare and don't even know the teacher's name. People drop their kids off. Gone are the days where me and you used to could stay the night at a friend's house. Gone are those days. Those days are not here anymore. Okay? And people are abusing children. And the thing about it is that the news don't make it any better. Because what the news does is they produce copycats. You remember the Sandy Hook story? When the guy up in Connecticut went up into that school and shot that school full of young babies up. You remember that story? And then almost 8 months later, another crazy guy like him wanted to, in Georgia, tried to do the same thing if it wasn't for unsung hero Antoinette Tuff. I've read her story, pretty beautiful story. But stepped in the way of this guy and basically talked him out of massacring hundreds and hundreds of small children. And what I'm saying is that she was ready to lay down her life for these children. Stepped in, and the news only perpetuate the story. They run it all day long, and then somebody becomes to think, oh, he's throwing babies off a bridge. I can do better than that. And then you see another story. They only produce copycats, the news do. And there was a time where people were throwing babies off cliffs over in California. And people thought, I can one-up that. And that's what the news does. So what I'm saying is the news don't make it any better. But gone are those days where me and you used to stay the night at at friends' houses. We can't do that. I don't care if you think you know the person or not. All right? You don't know everybody you think you know. These people are not the people we think they are. We don't know people fully. And it just takes one flip, something that make them want to harm somebody. And people who harm defenseless, helpless, innocent little children do it only because they're weak. Only because they are weak. That's why. Their insecurities make them weak. And so they have to take their strength, their physical strength out on something else that's weak, because they can't take their physical strength out on somebody that's physically is strong or not, if not stronger than them. So they have to take it out on somebody weaker than them because they're weak and they're soft. And they're another word that I can think of that starts with the letter P. You get what I'm saying? These people are weak. So people that harm, they're cowards. You know what I'm saying? Coward type people. People that harm innocent children. And I'm not telling you don't discipline your children. I'm not telling you don't whoop your children. Listen, I got whoopings when I was a kid. But people that abuse children, to me, that I'm an advocate for children. People that abuse children. There was a time where people were abusing small children, were slapping other people's babies. I don't know if y'all heard the stories where a man on an airplane one time slapped another woman's child for crying, and the same thing happened in a Walmart. Another man just slapped another woman's child. My question in that scenario was, where were the men at? Where were the men in that situation? There couldn't have been any men in that situation and watch that go down. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you do. I don't care who you are. If I see another man slap somebody else's baby, I'm telling you right now, me and you, we have a problem right there. Me and you, we got a problem. And I don't care if you say, mind your own business. This has nothing to do with you. It has a lot to do with me. Okay, when you pick on somebody smaller than you that's defenseless and helpless, me and you got a problem right there. And I don't care if it's your child. I don't care who it is to you. I don't care if I catch another man slapping somebody else's child. It couldn't have been no man in that situation, because if a man that sat and watched that happen is a coward, and he's listen. People are taking their anger out on the wrong things, and the children do not deserve the type of beating, abuse that they get. Right? I've got whoopings, like I said. I've got whoopings. I'm not telling you to whoop your child, but I'm telling you right now, if I catch you, mom, dad, strange guy who's slapping people's babies that's not his, if I catch you abusing your child out in public and I'm around, and you think I'm not going to do anything about that, you think then we got a problem right there. Now, I don't care, you want to open hand slap your child in public or abuse your child in public, somebody smaller than you that can't do anything, then we have a problem. Okay, and I don't care about if it's your child or if it's not. We got a problem right there, because see, even if you get the best of me, I'm gonna walk away knowing that I stepped in. I'm gonna walk away knowing that I got involved. You know the Bible says there's no greater love than a man who lays down his life for his brother. I'm telling you, I would lay down my life for children. I got children of my own, but it won't stop me from laying down my life for another child that I don't even know. Why? Because children are defenseless. They're helpless. I'm an advocate for children. I love children. They're the best things to me. Okay? So when I see somebody in public just abusing people, abusing children, or another man, a strange man coming along slapping somebody else's child because they were crying, and you slapped another person's child that's not even yours, and I'm asking, where's the men of today? Where's the men of today? You know, coward type people, man. People that can't fight people that's their side. People that can't do anything with people that these people are bullies. Bullies are weak. Bullies are people who pick on people weaker than them, smaller than them. And when you gotta do something to a defenseless child, then you're weak and you're a sissy. Okay, you're a punk. You're a coward. And I'm telling you, if I catch you, man or woman. Okay? I don't care. You can say what you want about me. Man or woman, me and you got a problem. Me and you got a problem right there. If I ever catch you out in public slapping and abusing your child, you can whoop your child and whoop your child in the privacy of your own home and whatever. I'm saying, if I'm out in public and I catch a person abusing a child, me and you, we got to settle something. It might be, hey, we'll talk after, but me and you gonna have to settle something. Okay, and call me nosy or whatever. So what? That child can't help herself or help himself. This monster threw his 5-year-old daughter off a bridge. Man. That's insanely crazy. I'm telling you, be aware and evaluate people that you take your children around. Be aware of who you keep your kids around. Be aware of where know the teachers' names that you're dropping your kids off at. Know the pastors' names you're dropping your kids off at church. Know the the leaders and the communities that you're dropping your kids off at the rec camps, and they're going to stay a weekend at some camp or something. Know the people's names. At least start there. Start right there, because you don't even start right there. Get to know who you got your child in the care of. Okay? Be a parent. Be a parent, man, and step up, men. Step up, mothers. Be moms to your children and love your children. Cherish your children. Care for your children. Love them and be there for them. They look up to us. They want us, and we're their protection. They're seeking that from us. All right? Please, just evaluate who you keep your children around. Do not just lend your children off to anybody. Okay? Because you might not get them back. You might not get them back. I mean, that was her dad. But still, you don't know, man. And I'm just telling you, be aware. Tonight I want to end this a little different. I want you to join me in a moment of silence for Phoebe Jonchuck. Please remember this little girl. She didn't deserve to die.